Bill.
Conan, how are you, sir?
Great. I am doing great now. It is so nice to see you at Madison Square Garden. I mean, things have just gone so well for you. It's exciting.
Yeah.
These tours you're doing are so popular. The latest one, the tour is called 50.
Yes, sir.
You are 50. Are you feeling different right now? Is 50 a weird time for you?
No, I turned 50 and I just decided to call the tour that. I'm kind of going the opposite of all the people who do like the Botox and the hair plugs and try to look 22 for the rest of their life.
Right.
You know, when they really just, they don't look good.
Yeah.
You know?
You're saying why? Don't fake it. Just embrace it. Embrace it.
They make your eyes water when you look at them. And my wife's always watching like those Real Housewives and stuff, and they just look exhausted. They're like in their You know what it always reminds me of? Remember when Brett Favre played on the Vikings?
Yeah.
And it was just like, just retire, dude. You're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, yeah.
It's over. And those women, it's like, yeah, you had your time. You were beautiful, and it's over.
So
people grown. You don't remember when you were a kid, you went into the club, and there was that older person hanging out? That creep? Yeah, that's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing.
50's not the new 40. It's 50. I am 50. All right? I have to go see doctors.
Yeah.
I have to have blood taken. So I feel young physically, but mentally, like when I watch TV, it makes me feel old.
What makes you feel old about watching TV?
There's music. There's no guitar solos anymore. And then for some reason, with all this technology, millennials, if you take a full water bottle and you flip it in the air and it lands upright, they run out of the room like they just saw a witch. Everybody's like, oh! They just take off. It's like, really? You had virtual reality glasses on, you're playing all these video games, and all somebody has to do? I mean, that's like a game like Tom Sawyer would have played. So it's stuff like that I'm just like, I'm not ridiculing it. It's just like, wow, I can't relate to this.
You can't relate to it.
Yeah.
You know, your show, F is for Family, I relate to it because it's about parenting in the 70s, and that's, that was when I was parented like you. What do you think of parents now? How do you compare them to parents in the 70s?
Oh, it's just completely, the kids have so much power. It's like ridiculous. Like half of these kids, I'm like, I look and I just have what happened to me. And I'm like looking at a kid and be like, this kid's about ready to get punted across the grocery store. And it just never happens.
Right.
They just don't get hit. And I think it's hurting this country.
You're mad. Wait a minute.
No, like...
Let's get this. You're mad that children are not being hit.
This should be the threat of it. Half of it was just it was just your dad was acting like he was going to do it. He never did it, but your mother did. And because she was a woman, it was like, okay. Because it was like, hey, you let a girl beat you up, you kind of felt emasculated.
Yeah.
We had a rule, like, a lot of the stuff that I look at from when I was a kid that actually kind of made sense in a way would now be considered like abuse, I guess. Like when I was a kid, if you didn't finish your supper, as we called it.
Supper, yeah.
Yeah, my mother was just like, well, you're gonna finish, she would just wrap it in cellophane and you just picked up where you left off for breakfast. Like a blue collar job. Like you take the shovel out of the hole and just start digging it again. So, yeah, I remember one night we had cube steaks, which is like one of the toughest pieces of meat. I don't know if you guys, everything's so like Asian-infused Wagyu beef. Everybody's eating that crap now, but cube steak was like, they literally had to hit it with a hammer to make it like edible. And so we were having cube steaks, and I forget, my little brother was still in a high chair, and he couldn't finish his. So my mother goes, all right, we're just gonna have to eat it for breakfast. And that was like 8 hours away, which was like half his life. So he was like, all right, I'll take that deal. So the next morning, I remember we were having waffles. My mother always made Sunday breakfast, so we had all these waffles, eggs, bacon, this whole layout. My brother was looking at half-eaten cube steaks and a little mound of green bean casserole. And he looked at my mom, he goes, Mom, can I have a waffle? And she goes, no, you gotta finish your supper. He's like, well, after I finish my supper, then can I have a waffle? She goes, no, that is your breakfast. And he goes, oh, Mom, I hate you. And my dad, without looking up, took a full glass of milk and threw it in his face. Swear to God. This is what kills me. What kills me...
You want everyone today to have as miserable a childhood as you had.
No, it was kind of funny. We know what's hilarious was my mother just popped up and just immediately started cleaning up, and my dad just kept eating. Like, he didn't, like the roles were defined back then. Now, the guy has to throw the milk, he has to clean it up while telling his wife she's brave for just sitting there. Like, whatever that is. Can you hear it? Oh, I know. Women are so overrated, right? We went from... We went from not listening to them to now it's ridiculous. Like that believe women. It's like all of them. How about 85%? I'll give you 87%, all right? But that last 13% that keys your car, lights your shit on fire, and puts a family pet in a pot of stew.
Who put a pet in a pot of stew?
Glenn Close.
Oh,
Glenn Close, yeah.
That's, yeah, okay, all right. I think it was a separately boiled.
You know what I miss, tougher parenting and evidence. Those are the things that I miss from my childhood.
Evidence?
Yeah.
You mean
Due process.
Right.
Somebody says something happened, and then someone else goes, well, I said it happened this way, like the old Gumshoe shows. Then they had to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't exist now on social media. It's just like, it's just frontier justice.
Right.
You feel how nervous everybody just got in here? The fact that I just suggested that there should be due process? This guy's talking crazy, man. Did he just join ISIS?
Yeah.
This is what it is.
What I'm saying.
And then the woos that they agreed, but they didn't agree when it counted.
We'll digitally add woos, don't worry. We have the woo machine. You are way too angry. 50 is still relatively young. You have the anger of a 110-year-old man. All these telephones.
I can't argue.
You can't argue?
I can't argue that.
All right, let's have a quick break. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. This is just beginning.
Why stop now?
Why stop now? More with Bill Burr in a second. Stick around. You know, in the last segment, there's a lot you get worked up about. You know, and you've always been that way. I've known you a long time. You get worked up about stuff.
Yes.
You get happy.
When he was 4, he was like, things were better when I was 3. World shit now. The heydays of my 2s.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. Oh, so here's the thing. Are you, now that you're playing Madison Square Garden, you got all these fans, you're extremely successful comedian, are you able to enjoy your success now? Are you able to just have some fun with the fact that you're a success?
Yes, I enjoy it, but I still, the bane of my existence is I let little things bother me. Downloading new operating systems will just, I bring a lot of tension into the house, according to my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed, we're always working on me, Like, my wife is evidently some completed work, like under museum glass, and I'm like that building that has scaffolding around it for like 7 years. But, no, she's a saint for putting up with me, I know. But like, my latest thing that's driving me nuts is I spent 20 years in the back of the plane, getting treated like an animal. And I finally worked my way up to the front of the plane, Group 1, which means you get to board like it's your plane. Right?
You get to board.
Yes. You
first,
sit in a chair that's the size for a human being. There's a place for your bag.
Yep.
Right? You get a little hot towel and all that. And then the second I get that, all of a sudden now, there's like these 20 groups that are like pre-boarding now. Like half the plane qualifies, and they're getting on, and I just sit there just like losing my shit. It starts off like, it's just like anybody in uniform, anybody in military. So it's like, all right. But after like the 20th guy, you just start being like, have you seen action? Are you on the front lines at least? Right? Then it's anybody with kids, anybody with disabilities, and then just anybody with a red shirt. Hey, it's Tony Tuesday. Anybody named Anthony can get on. Dude, one time, I saw this guy get on the plane. Okay, he wasn't in uniform. He didn't have kids. He had all his limbs. He wasn't limping. He didn't have a cough. He just walked on the plane. It's like, who the is that guy? Like, how did I get on before that guy? So, No, I always hated the anxiety of being in the back of the plane. I just remember, like, the worst is whenever you would get your seat and you'd sit there and they're about ready to close the door and you'd have that empty seat next to you. Like, the poor man's first class. You're like, oh, shit, I'll bring the armrest up. I can actually be great. And then all of a sudden, some fat bastard gets on the plane and you're like, no. You're literally, you're like Quint at the end of Jaws, like sliding down the right? One time, I swear to God, this is all true. This dude got on. He was so fat. He was sitting next to me. I was literally next to him and behind him. He like tried to make himself smaller, and he like folded his arm, and his lat came out like a, you know those old Western saloon things? I'm just sitting behind this thing. So yeah, that motivates you to try to get to a
all
certain
these
place
years,
in life.
20 years, you work your way up to the front, and now still they won't let you.
Yeah, now that fat guy's considered disabled because he can't stop eating cookies. So he gets on. Look at everybody groaning. 90% of the world is starving to death. That guy. Eat a salad and get on the treadmill like the rest of us. We're all working out. What is the problem?
Well, okay, what could you do? Could you do anything then? Could you get on the plane? Is there anything you could do that would
Conan,
get
I imagine there's something that I could be doing. There's always something that I could be doing. That's what I've learned being married. You know,
Right.
well, you should have done it this way. I'm sorry, like that literally.
So I'm your wife right now.
That was
idea.
just playing in the loop. What am I doing now? You know, this is the thing. You know what kills me? It's just like if I could just fix my temper, my wife, she'd have nothing on me.
Yeah.
She'd have nothing on me. I work my ass off. I make a great living. I like doing the dishes. I'm a great dad. All she has on me is just, it's just, I don't know, like my overall vibe. That's it.
Wait a minute. All she has on you
is my
your
vibe.
overall personality and vibe.
Yeah, but what kills me, I was this guy
The
when
essence of who you are is the only thing.
Yeah, but I was this guy when she met me.
Yeah.
She's acting like I changed.
Yeah.
I was always flipping out.
Were you flipping out the day like when you met? Did you flip out? Did you really that early?
Yeah,
in the
I remember.
courtship?
She told me to go see that movie Monster. Remember that movie with Charlize Theron?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody was saying how, oh my God, it was unbelievable. Like, they literally blamed guys that she was a serial killer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you saw the Jeffrey Dahmer movie, it wasn't like, somebody shoved a tuna fish sandwich up my ass, and I confused people with food, so they didn't make, like, a big excuse for him. You know? She was a psycho killing people, and she should have died. But I'm, like, watching it feeling guilt. Do they ever take responsibility for their actions? Even when they're murdering people, it's somehow our fault. It's unreal.
Why would having a tuna fish sandwich shoved up your butt make you want to eat people?
Because another man did it. Right? So it's another person. So you equated, I don't know, sex with food? I forget how the idea went. But all I know is she laughed. When I said it, she was dying laughing and kind of saw my point. And I always hate when she says to me, she'll just be like, you know, I just don't see, where is that coming from? Where is that coming from? It's just like, honey, how many childhood stories do I have to tell you before you follow the breadcrumbs to the psycho that you married? I mean, did you ever take a psychology class like you didn't see this coming?
Right.
That's what it is. It's not that she says that I'm a jerk. It's just the nerve to be surprised.
All right, I wish we had more time. Good God.
All right.
I feel like do I help you at all by getting
No,
this
this was
stuff out?
cathartic.
It's cathartic, right?
Cathartic, because I'm going to go home. She's not going to watch this. She's over me.
I love it when a guest says, she's not going to watch this.
No, she's not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see Bill on his latest nationwide tour, 50, and he's starting to mellow, I swear to God.
I am. I'm getting the twinkle in my eye back.